You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
Hello Kitty celebrating her 50th anniversary. Hello Kitty's creators have said Hello Kitty is not a cat. But in the Hello Kitty song, they said they're kitties. I only know of one type of kitty. Well, that's not exactly true. And this type of kitty.
You filthy man.
Thank you very much.
Proceed with caution.
Okay. In the song, they said they're kitties. They didn't say that they were humans. They said they were kitties. According to Jill Cook, the director of retail business development at Sanrio, that's the Japanese company that created Hello Kitty, said, quote, she's actually a little girl born and raised in the suburbs of London. Now let's all look at a picture of Hello Kitty.
Mm-hmm.
Has ears like a cat.
Yeah.
It has whiskers like a cat. Now, I know there are people out there who suffer from hirsutism, and they have mustaches when they shouldn't have mustaches, okay? It's a terrible thing. It's a
What
horrible
about
thing.
furries?
Well, those are people. That's different. That's a different thing.
Maybe we were wrong to mock George W. Bush for his remarks about human-animal hybrids. Maybe this is one of those.
Maybe. But according to Jill, there's more. She said, quote, she has a mom and dad and a twin sister. Now, I did not know this. Kitty has a twin sister named Mimi.
Large litter, was it?
Who is also her best friend.
Wait, what? I guess, yeah, your sibling could be your best friend. Sure.
Yeah.
Let's go with it.
But they admit Hello Kitty has whiskers despite being a human child. Now, let me really twist your head in knots. Hello Kitty, who is a human with whiskers, also has her own cat. That's weird. It's really weird. The human looks like a cat, but is not a cat, but has a cat.
Is it weirder than Goofy having Pluto as a dog?
Even though Goofy's not a dog.
And they say that.
But I don't know what the hell Goofy is.
That is some Island of Dr. Moreau stuff right there.
Wait, are you saying Goofy is not a dog? What are we talking about here?
Goofy's not a dog, is he?
Yeah, no, that came out. I think you actually did the story.
Yeah, Goofy's not a dog.
Yeah.
Goofy came out?
Goofy, the Disney character.
The voice guy. Who voiced him?
No. No. We're talking about the cartoon.
The cartoon character
is not a dog. I don't know what the hell
But he has the ears and the face. He looks like Pluto, but he stands up.
Right. Pluto is a dog.
Owned by Goofy.
But Goofy has the features reminiscent of a dog.
Did you ever know that Goofy was dating the cow? I can't remember what the cow's name is.
There's a cow in Disney?
There's a cow character in Disney. And there was an episode of one of these Disney cartoons I was watching one day. And Disney and Goofy and Donald, and they're all sitting around and they're eating meat at the table. And I swear to God, I said, why is the cow invited to this dinner? Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Hello Kitty is what now?
All right.
Clarabelle.
Clarabelle, yes,
okay.
Clarabelle the cow.
Donald is a duck.
Is a duck.
Okay. Daffy is a duck.
Yes.
Okay, I know not all these are Disney. I'm just trying to be clear on
I got
who's
you.
what.
I got you.
Okay. Pluto is a dog.
Is a dog.
Okay.
Okay, we're good.
Hello Kitty is a human with a twin sister who's a best friend.
Yes.
Hello Kitty also has a boyfriend named Daniel. So we know Hello Kitty is hetero and has hundreds of friends who have no names, I guess.
No, if you ever go by the Sanrio store, they have all these names and all these little things. There's a penguin that I guess is not a penguin. I guess that's also a human. There's another character, another little anamorphic thing that I guess now they're all kids and they just are represented by animals. Look.
Hey, Mark, you have hundreds of friends, right? Or at one time in your life, probably not now. You're not that likable.
Yeah, I'm whittling them down, yeah.
Okay. Did you ever have a friend with whiskers? Like a cat?
Well, I mean, when you're, 13, 14, and guys are just starting to get that stuff coming in, surely that must be what you mean.
I'm talking like feline whiskers.
And using the litter box as well?
Yeah, well, they say it's not a cat, so...
How do these friends bathe each other, Mo?
How? I don't know. All I know is...
With their tongues? Say it.
You're the cat owner. You tell me.
Well, the former cat owner.
Well, but I'm saying you have more experience with this than I do.
This whole thing sounds shady to me. It's kind of creepy, actually.
According to Jill Cook, who, again, the director of retail business development at Sanrio, says... Hello Kitty's core message is friendship, kindness, and inclusivity. And part of what has helped her transcend borders, languages, cultures is that that's understandable to everyone.
Do some of these people greet each other by sniffing the old backside?
Hello Kitty was created in 1974 and first appeared on a children's coin purse in Japan.
A coin purse?
Look, I remember when Hello Kitty came on the scene.
Did you just say that Hello Kitty was on a coin purse?
Yeah.
You filthy animal. You filthy animal.
I'm just reading the bio, okay?
Okay.
Since 1974, Hello Kitty has become one of the most recognizable characters in pop culture, with toys, TV cartoon shows, a theme park, and clothing all contributing to its success. I remember that time in the mid-1970s, Hello Kitty was a huge thing in my elementary.
Oh, and wait, the whole reason we brought this up is because there is actually a brand new Hello Kitty store that is opened up at Universal City Walk that is the first in Southern California, and from my understanding, it was pure pandemonium when this Hello Kitty cafe opened up. Like, pure pandemonium.
Yeah, last Friday it did. Universal Studios Hollywood has sold Sanrio branded items at the animation studio on the themes park upper level for years, but they never had a dedicated store. So now they have it. It's a cafe. It's a restaurant.
Because the little kitty girl, I guess she drinks and eats regular human food.
Yeah, check out this menu. The Hello Kitty Mousse Dome. A red chocolate dome-shaped cake with cinnamon mousse, apple pie filling, and cinnamon streusel. Mm-hmm. Seasonal mouse domes, seasonal dome cakes inspired by Hello Kitty's friends, crafted uniquely based on their personalities and composed of chocolate mousse and a delicious combination of fruit fillings and sponge
No,
cake.
go back to that. Hello Kitty's friends. People. But these things are penguins and all types of other animals, but they're just her friends. See, they don't identify as animals, Mo.
Oh, what are their pronouns?
Kitty?
Are these friends who like to...
I'm waiting. No, I want my...
Oh, come on.
What?
Really?
Yes.
Okay. We can wait all night.
I thought it was funny. Identify. Never mind. The Sanrio Smile Shop, they call it, will be home to all things Hello Kitty and friends. The shop will have backpacks with Hello Kitty's iconic bow, spirit jerseys, embellished hats, specialty cups and mugs, collectible pins, t-shirts, plush toys, keychains, jewelry, phone cases, lanyards, and more.
All for this little girl with whiskers.
Did you know that Hello Kitty and Friends Café also has locations at the Irvine Spectrum in Orange County, Las Vegas, and Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada? I did not know that. Look, I'm finding out a lot of stuff. I didn't know that Hello Kitty had a cat and was a person and had friends and a boyfriend. Did not know any of that. I've learned more about Hello Kitty in the past 5-6 minutes than I've known my whole life.
You know, now that you mention it, there must have been an old Gunsmoke episode where Miss Kitty gives Matt Dillon a tongue bath.
Okay.
It's time to go to break. Okay. KFI AM 640. We're live everywhere in the iHeartRadio app.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
Is there anyone out there who does not like Panda Express? Is there anyone really out there who does not like Panda Express? It's probably some of the best fast food around. If you don't like Panda Express, I've got a problem with you. So go ahead and say you don't like Panda Express, Mark. Let's get it over with.
No, I have a whole Panda Express system down that I'm really reluctant to share on the air. I go there pretty often.
Oh, yeah. I should not go there as much as I do, but I can never go wrong with Panda Express. I know that I'm going to have a wonderful experience and meal. Reason I'm mentioning this is because Panda Express has launched the Hot Ones collaboration nationwide. An extra spicy Panda Express entree. And previously, it was available exclusively in select markets. Now it's gone national. And they did this starting yesterday. They introduced the nation to its flaming hot take, another flaming hot take, on the much-loved Southern classic bourbon chicken. Blazing bourbon chicken. And that just sounds just so good.
Oh, I got to have that.
It's the product of a partnership between Panda Express and the popular YouTube interview show Hot Ones. And the Hot Ones premise is simple. The host leads a celebrity guest down a gauntlet of increasingly spicy chicken wings while asking questions they are unlikely to be asked by any other interviewer. I don't care about the interviewer. I just want to have some of that bourbon chicken. Blazing bourbon chicken.
The show's not bad, and he's not a bad interviewer. Give him some props. He's good.
Okay. All right. But I'm more willing to give Panda props. Panda's new blazing bourbon chicken is featuring crispy boneless chicken bites and wok-tossed veggies in a sweet bourbon sauce mixed with the signature Hot Ones Last Dab Apollo hot sauce. Look, I can't wait to try this. Quote, blazing bourbon chicken is Panda's spiciest dish on the menu and made with a crispy chicken coating to create an addictive, comforting flavor in every bite. Now, that sounds like they're saying it's better than orange flavored chicken, and that's going to be hard to beat.
Yeah, I've seen you order the orange chicken, and I never get that because too much breading, too much, and they have to deep fry that, right?
Look, deep fry, I don't air fry, I don't care how they cook it. I just know it tastes good. My usual order, and I have my OCD, have a standard order. I usually get brown rice, and then I'll get a double order of Kung Pao chicken. And then I get a third side of orange flavored chicken. Because I can't eat a lot of it, but I need to have a taste of it.
Well, we'd hate to have you waste away.
Look, a lot of calories, but there's a lot of taste in there as well. It is some good eats. And then I may throw in one of those vegetable egg rolls on top of it.
Well, you wouldn't want to deprive yourself, of course.
Look, because if I eat that, I usually go straight to sleep. So I have to really be choosy on when I eat that because you notice, or you may not notice, it's rare that I'll get it before work. Or if I get it, it has to be like at 2, 3 o'clock because I'm ready to go straight to sleep right after that.
What you mean is food coma.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
No. And Panda Express is great for that. No, you shouldn't eat late at night, but if I want to sleep good, really good sleep, I'll get some Panda Express at like maybe a 9:45. I think they close at 10 o'clock, right before they close. If I can, like on a Saturday or something, and then have that and go straight to sleep.
Living your best life.
You're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to sleep and digest food at the same time. I get it. Look, mommy, I know that. But it's great.
I just did that last Saturday.
Oh, and didn't you sleep like a brick?
It was in the middle. Well, it wasn't like bedtime, but I was like, I don't know, maybe 6. But you're not kidding. I knocked out for like at least 2 hours. I woke up.
This is important. Do the two of you like to wear muumuus around the house too?
Who's the two? What two are you talking about?
Are you and Foosh?
No, I walk around butt ass naked. Why?
Of course you do.
Who's going to judge me other than my dogs?
True.
My wife and I, we have separate schedules. Okay, so when I get up in the morning, she's already gone. So up until maybe 3, 4 o'clock when I decide to get on the road to go to the office, it's just me and the dogs. They're probably looking at me like, put on some clothes. And I say, you put on some clothes.
They're sensitive creatures, Mo. You should.
If they can walk around with no clothes, I can walk around with no clothes. Well, fair is fair.
When you start to grow some fur.
Fur? What difference does it make? They're dangling, I'm dangling.
Oh, look at the time.
You brought it up. You mentioned muumuus.
Yeah, I'm about to bring it up.
You made it weird.
KFI AM 640. We're live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app, and we have some Michael Keaton news when we come back.
Later with Mo Kelly on KFI AM 640.
Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Everybody, I think, everybody loves actor Michael Keaton. He's just one of those likable, lovable actors who's great in just about everything that he does. In fact, he's starring in Beetlejuice, and tomorrow, as a preview, our own Mark Ronner will be giving his official review for the Ronner Report tomorrow on Beetlejuice. Is that correct, Mark?
That is correct.
So part of the reason why we're talking about this now is when stars of motion pictures, they come out and they do press, you may learn something new about him or her in these interviews. And this is one of the times in which we learned something new about Michael Keaton. I didn't know this, but this is also something that Michael Keaton wanted to talk about. Well, he doesn't want us to call him Michael Keaton anymore. He wants to be known by a combination of his real name and stage name. His real name is Michael Douglas. In fact, it's Michael John Douglas. And you think, is that like the same as the other Michael Douglas? No, that is Michael Kirk Douglas. But, and I didn't even know this, as a member of SAG-AFTRA, you can't use the same name, professional name, as someone else. And since Michael Kirk Douglas took Michael Douglas before Michael Keaton Douglas could get Michael Douglas, Michael Kirk Douglas has had Michael Douglas for the past, 60 years or so. So Michael Keaton would now like to be known as Michael Keaton Douglas, which is a combination of his stage name, Michael Keaton, and his birth name, Michael John Douglas. I don't know why he would want to change it at this point, but I guess you get to a certain point in your career, you can do whatever you want. But I'm thinking, what does he gain from that? That's what I would want to ask him. You've been known forever as Michael Keaton, and it's not like it's not like people are going to remember you in a film sense as Michael Keaton Douglas. Like, for example, if I told you that Samuel L. Jackson was originally known as Sam Jackson, as far as movie credits, you would say, yeah, okay, but I'll always call him Samuel L. Jackson, right? And Lawrence Fishburne, he used to be known as Larry Fishburne. Variations of the name, but he'll forever be known in film as Lawrence Fishburne. Because after so many movies or so, that's how people are just going to associate and remember you. Now, I wouldn't dare try to step on the toes of Mark Ronner, who knows film more than me, but I'm inclined to believe that how you know someone as they come to prominence and how they win their awards is how you'll always refer to him or her or them.
Yeah, and he's told the story about having to change his name lots of times, and we all remember, Vanessa Williams as well?
Yeah, there's Vanessa Williams, who the former Miss America, and there is Vanessa L. Williams, who is an actress, a different actress. And there was a problem with them getting confused over the years. Vanessa L. Williams having a similar problem as Michael Keaton Douglas, where she couldn't just be known as Vanessa Williams because Vanessa Williams, in a SAG-AFTRA sense, had already been taken.
Yeah, so she's what, B? Vanessa B. Williams?
No, she's Vanessa L.
I thought the one was a B. Okay, never mind then.
But to the point, it's very confusing. Yeah, I'll say the second Vanessa Williams, who was just an actress, not the former Miss America, she's known as Vanessa L. Williams.
Okay, yeah, it is hard to keep track, but you can't have two people with the same name running around Hollywood. Otherwise, that might confuse people.
Right. So you cannot have Mo Kelly. Mark, you cannot have it. I know you've asked about it off air.
No, you've spoiled my plans.
I'm sorry.
It is weird to, you bring up him wanting to change his name later in life. I can understand that nagging at a person because my family name is different than my name. And if I hadn't been, published widely since I was in my 20s, I would have changed it a long time ago. My family name is Hepburn, which is a much, much cooler name than Ronner.
Is there a Mark Hepburn in SAG-AFTRA, to the best of your knowledge?
I've never looked.
It would be something I would want to know.
There's another couple Mark Ronners roaming around, and
spelled the same.
Yeah, spelled the same, and they don't seem like people I'd hang out with.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about what you got, Stefan.
So it looks like there's a Kirk Hepburn. There is a Mark Hepburn, and he's a composer.
Interesting. Okay, well, I'll just die like this. It's fine.
But he spells it different. I don't know if that makes a difference.
How is it spelled?
His is with the C.
Oh, does spelling matter? That would be a good question as well.
So maybe you could take your middle name or just make up a letter and just
There's no point. Nothing matters. I'll die with this name that I've always hated. I've always hated it.
Oh, look, I hated Morris growing up. We've had this conversation, and Tuala's going to run in and talk about, hey, I don't want to hear about name issues because I was named Tuala. All I'm saying is Morris is not a name that you could pass off as cool. Okay, I'm a black man with a Jewish first name, an English middle name, and an Irish last name, and I speak Spanish. I'm all messed up in the head. Nowhere to go.
Well, we have that in common then.
What, the Jewish first name? Where are you going with this?
Not being crazy about our names. This is even worse. For a while, my mom was married to a man whose last name was Casper. So there were a couple of hell years when I was young where I was marked Casper, and I hated every minute of it.
Yeah, it's weird. I have this discussion with my family. I remember when I was young, I said, just call me Steve, because I couldn't stand Morris. True story. And then my father sat me down and told me the story of how Morris came to be. My father's father, his birth name was R.V. O'Kelly. R period, V period.
Recreational vehicle O'Kelly.
Correct.
Okay.
When he went to school, kindergarten, the teacher said you cannot have initials as a name. You have to have an actual name. So the 5-year-old child decided on his own to name himself Morris to satisfy the teacher. That's where the name comes from. And then when he got older and had a son, he named him Morris, who was my father. Different middle name, not a junior or the second. And when I came around, they named me Morris, much to my chagrin. Not a junior, not the third or anything like that. So we all had different middle names. So even though my father was named Morris Paul O'Kelly, I'm Morris William O'Kelly.
You got to really think hard about the name you saddle your kids with for life. One of my oldest friends named his daughter Stevie after Stevie Nicks, but spelled it Steephee. And I tried to explain to him, you realize she's going to have to spell that for everybody she meets her entire life, right?
Yeah, parents try to get too cute with names.
Yeah.
They try to get too inventive, too cutesy, too cute by half. And then they really don't think about the teasing, the mockery, the things that the child will have to go through forever. I remember Frank Zappa when he named his son Dweezil. It's like, what's wrong with you, dude?
Dweezil and Moon Unit.
Moon Unit. Yeah. Like,
Zappa.
That's not funny. That's not cool. And of course, you talk about Elon Musk and the unpronounceable names that he gives his children.
Oh, like the digits that kid got?
Well, I mean, just to add that to the list of his numerous offenses against humanity.
Oh, but at least the kid will be well off, and he can just tell everyone to go to hell.
That's true.
Because he has Elon Musk money.
He'll never have to look at or he'll never have to make a resume.
But then again, knowing Elon, he may just cut him out of his will because he's that petty.
He does seem like our current world supervillain, doesn't he?
Oh, he does. He is. Who do you think he's more like? I wouldn't say he's Goldfinger, but he's close.
Goldfinger was smarter.
I can't disagree with that.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
Got to remind you, coming up on October 5th, I'm going to be emceeing the Blue Door Bash Gala for the Boys and Girls Club of Carson, which is part of the Boys and Girls Club of America, which provides outcome-based after-school, during-school, and summer programming to youth ages 6 through 18 years old. And Boys and Girls Clubs of Carson have just announced the specifics surrounding this year's Blue Door Bash Gala. It's going to be at SoFi Stadium on Saturday, October 5th at 6 p.m. As I said, I am so humbled and honored to once again serve as its MC. This year's theme is Mission Possible, and the Blue Door Bash Gala will feature a silent auction and a complete evening of celebration of community leaders and young people alike. So come on out and be part of the festivities. You can get all the information at bgccarson.org. Again, that's bgccarson.org. And I'll see you Saturday night, October 5th at SoFi Stadium. Hey, Mark, what are you watching right now? Are you watching anything new, special, different?
I think I mentioned a short time ago on the show that season 4 of Slow Horses has just started. So there's 2 episodes available right now, and it's the first thing I'm going to do when I get home. Have you seen the show?
I watched like the first 3 or 4 episodes, and I couldn't get into it, but you keep reminding me I need to go back and give it a second try.
What didn't click with you?
It just didn't move. It was too damn slow. Literally, it's too slow for me.
Well, okay, maybe this is your key into it, because it's kind of like, remember the old MI5 spy show from the UK?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, combined with some John le Carré, plus a protagonist who is the funniest, most brilliant character of all time, Gary Oldman's Jackson Lamb.
But that he was my entry into it. And that's why I wanted to see it, because there's really nothing I don't like of Gary Oldman. It's just he just wasn't moving fast enough.
They give him the best lines, and he delivers them better than anybody possibly could. And that's just part of what makes the show good. It's a quality spy show that makes you laugh out loud.
Okay, I'll try again. Stefan, is there anything new and exciting that you're watching right about now?
So I just finished, the first season of Fargo. Highly recommend. It's really, really good. As a preface, it is a little bit slower, but it has this kind of tension that is just building the entire time, and True Detective as well. Really, really good. And they're both anthologies, so you don't have to watch it in order. You can pick a season you want.
Right now, I'm watching Reasonable Doubt season 2 on Hulu. Part of the reason is we had the star of the show come on with us during season 1. And it's a really good legal show. If you want to think of something comparable to it, like the Kerry Washington show, what was it? Scandal.
Scandal.
Yeah, similar to that. You have a lawyer who's trying to get people out of these spots. It's a legal show, but it's not a procedural. It's more Scandal than it is like Law and Order. So Reasonable Doubt, I'm watching that right now. What about you, Twaller?
I'm trying to watch the new Netflix animated Terminator series. I think it's Terminator 0.
Oh, it's out?
Yeah, it's out. It's out. All episodes. It is bad storytelling wrapped around insanely cool animation, and it is graphic like you wouldn't believe. It is a real downer. It is not exciting. It gives you a very bleak, blanket all look at the future, man.
Is it like adult, like heavy metal, or is it?
It's adult, like it's adult anime. It's there in the opening scene. There's a Terminator who's walking, around a bunch of bodies of people that he's killed, and he literally you see the robotic foot step on a head and just pop and just splat all over the place.
They did a scene similar to that in one of the original Terminator movies, where you see a Terminator stepping on a skull.
Oh no! This isn't a skull. This is a body.
Oh, it's a head.
This is a person. These are people who are and he's just walking, and it's one of those things where you say, okay, this is graphic and this is over the top, and it's very much like. I had to watch something happy after I was like, I need to turn. Where's the Disney Channel?
I never knew you were this sensitive.
No. So it was not a fun watch. It's just like, dude, I get it. This is bleak.
But you like zombie shows. What do you mean by fun?
I wanted it to be exciting and thrilling like the original Terminator film. For me, this was like, oh, you're literally just saying, everyone just know that AI and robots are going to kill us all, and this is how it's going to look. Have a good night.
Okay. I guess I won't be watching that one.
Well, while you guys were out of town on your fancy cruise, I did a brief review of it last Friday, and I thought it was the best Terminator thing since the first 2.
Oops.
But that's only because everything since the first 2 has sucked.
There's that.
Yeah.
There's that.
I don't know. What was the Terminator? Not Terminator Genesis, but the more recent one, which brought back Linda Hamilton. I didn't think that
Dark
was
Fate. Maybe?
Dark Fate. Yeah, I didn't think that was that bad. It was not great, but I liked seeing Linda Hamilton again.
Same. I was happy that she was back, but they didn't really do her any favors. I hope they paid her a boatload of money.
And she looked like she has lived through the apocalypse.
Damn.
I'm sorry, Linda.
Oh, man.
I admire actors and actresses.
Shame on you.
I admire when they don't get a whole bunch of work done and just age naturally. I didn't have any problem with that at all.
She had no work done. None. I was wondering if it was CGI for a moment.
She was still Sarah Connor. She's supposed to be, war torn and weary and all that.
I believed it all. She must have killed 35 Terminators. She's gone through hell.
What, you want her to be sexy?
No, I just wanted her to be undead.
Yeah, it's a rough life if you're Sarah Connor.
It's very rough.
They did not doll her up at all.
Well, that's how she would have looked on the run from Terminators for decades.
I don't think they used any makeup.
They probably did it. She's on the run from Terminators.
I mean, let me just stop talking.
If she had a full mouthful of teeth, then I say that's enough right there.
Man, good on her.
Yeah.
Look, all I know is she could have starred in Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I am smelling some pork. I mean, oink, man.
Damn.
Oink.
But,
Damn.
no, let's be clear here. What exactly are you trying to say?
Oink.
No. I will not be clear. You will just have to figure it out from there.
I don't think I like this.
Oink.
That's one person who probably will never be coming on this show because of tonight. KFI AM 640, we're live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
More stimulating talk.
No login required.
KFI.
KOST HD2.
Los Angeles, Orange County.
Live every